is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Tuesday! This is Devils After Dark. Devils After Dark on the East Coast on a Happy Devils Tuesday. Happy Devils Monday on the West Coast. Wherever you are.
Okay.
The Hamburglar.
Hamburgling it.
Robbing the Vegas Golden Knights. This game, possibly playoff chances as the Devils beat the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. 3-2. The Devils above 500 to finish the West Coast trip. Lots of things to talk about. We're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network, as there are Devils fans that have stayed up to watch this fine programming, Scotty.
Yes, ring those hell's bells, Sam Wu. Big win tonight for the Devils in Vegas, like you said, ending the road trip. What's that? 3-1-1, a winning road trip. 2 of those wins coming against teams vying for playoff position, including the Golden Knights tonight and the Dallas Stars right at the beginning of the trip. So excellent job by the boys. And I was joking with Sam Wu and Beer Baron and Short Sky before. This game was like watching a college football game with, 2 really good offenses just going back and forth after each other the entire time. Couple of fumbles there maybe on the goal line by both teams to keep the score down a little bit, but they were just striking back and forth. Let's go over it. Big victory for the Devils, 3-2, holding on in the end against those Vegas Golden Knights. In the first period, it started right away. There was just lots of end-to-end action throughout. Both teams were pinning each other in. Both teams were getting a lot of scoring chances. And, both goaltenders were playing really big. The Hamburglar, was it 42 saves I think he had? Let me just go double check that real quick. Yes, 42 saves for the Hamburglar. It was, it was pretty nuts there. It was just going back and forth. And it was a lot of fun. I got to say, like a college football game, where the offenses are just going. There's a couple of star defensive players that may make a play or two here and there, to change the course of the game, like Kevin Ball on the New Jersey Devils. Let me tell you something there. Ball, well, can I just say this, Sam Wu? Because I see you right there on the screen. Well, usually we save these little stats for the end of the rundown, but I'm gonna throw it out there right in the beginning. The Devils. This is the New Jersey Hockey Devils. Okay, 41 hits in this game.
Wow.
41, led by, and I wrote this down, Nathan Bastian, 6 hits. Andreas Janssen, who looked really well, who looked really nice down there on the 4th line with McLeod and Bastian. Kevin Ball, 5 hits, and Samu's best friend, Damon Severson, 6 hits. Woo! They did a great job. And you know what the best thing was? I saw a couple times the Golden Knights trying to throw the check on Kevin Ball, and they just like bounce off him like a little fly, and it's just like that's not stopping me. So I was like, no, that's not stopping.
It's great.
That's not how it's going. But let's talk about it here. First goal of the game actually came in the first period, 6:54 into it. This was from Nathan Bastian, actually, his 12th of the year, from McLeod and Severson. By the way, that's Severson's 30-second 30-second assist of the year, and it was a nice little cross pass there. Severson was at the point. McLeod was also at the top. Severson passes to the left over there to McLeod, who gets the shot through the lane, and Robin Leonard, who played a good game as well, but he just left this puck just sitting there for a nice, juicy rebound, and Nathan Bastian and his reach was able to stretch as far as he could and just kind of poke the puck around the leg of Robin Leonard for his 12th in the first period. What was that? 6:54 of the first. They say a wrist shot. I'm going to say it was just kind of like a little tap-in poke there. But Nathan Bastian, really good moves over there. Like to see that. By the way, Nico Hischier also had a great little play in the first period to spring a 2-on-1 that he was stopped on, where he kind of just faked out Mark Stone, where Mark Stone thought Nico was dropping the pass back, and he just kind of faked it and kept the puck in between his skates, and then Batum shot right forward for a 2-on-1 that Leonard had to save on. Dougie Hamilton missing the net a lot. We had talked about it a lot. I didn't realize, because I wasn't keeping track, because I was getting so caught up with these Jesper Bratt point totals and Nico Hischier point totals that, the power play has been pretty bad lately. What did they say? 0 for 24. And I was just thinking about it. The last couple games we've talked about them getting these opportunities, but then missing the net. And I think Bryce Salvador came on and said since April 1st, the Devils are like dead last in shot accuracy on the power play. And it was like 40. It was like low 40. What was it, like 43 or 44% or something like that? He threw that stat out. And I know we've talked about this before, and I know Sam Wu hates analytics, and I'm kind of there with him, but I like when Bryce breaks it down, the analytics, into this real world stuff as it's happening, because it is really relevant stuff that he talks about. And that is one of them. And it's something that we've been noticing. We talked about our last game with Pavel Zacha missing the net, Dougie Hamilton missing the net, and Dougie, he missed a few tonight. But again, end-to-end action in that first period. That's right. And two, there was a race for the puck with Robin Leonard and Dawson Mercer, trying to get there. Leonard came way out of his goal, and he just beat Mercer there. And I can't remember. It might have been Kuokkanen or Jesper Boquist, or maybe it was PK. I can't remember. They tried the little alley-oop goal because Leonard was not back into his net yet. Man, that's what I'm talking. This was like this crazy end-to-end action like the entire time. In the second, the Knights eventually got on the board very late in the second period. Kolesar at at 17:37 of the second period. And, there was a lot of stuff going on there. Bastian, again, had a nice little flip pass out to Dawson Mercer. Dawson Mercer had a pretty nice game on the offensive side, the creativity. He kind of caught the flip pass in his skate, and then controlled it and got a good shot. I think he got a shot on net that Leonard stopped there. Severson had a couple solid blocks there. Oh, there's my note. Yeah, Devils power play 0 for the last 24. Can't hit the net. Can't hit the net at all. And then the Knights, that's when they started. That's after that power play. The Knights scored. They had a power play of their own. They got some momentum. They hit a post. I can't remember who it was. Someone hit a post on a breakaway past the Hamburglar. And then it was right after that that the Knights scored. Kolesar was basically centering the puck, and it ricocheted off a PK skate. And that's how they got their first goal of the game to tie it up near the end of the second period there. But
it was a well-deserved goal, by the way. I mean, the Knights were working hard. And keep on.
There was, you know what, Sam, I was thinking there wasn't a lot of neutral zone action in this game. Like, either the Devils were pinned in by the Knights, or the Devils were pinning the Knights in their zone as well. Like, it was just back and forth like that a lot. That's why I said, like, it made me feel like a college football game. Like, there's going to be just so much, high offensive power. And there was some big defensive plays as well. And I really think that was the turning point in the game. In the third period here, there was something that happened. You know, it was something fantastic. It was something that I know Mrs. Wu is a huge fan of. She waits up in the wee hours of the morning just so she can check out what happens when Andre Janssen gets a goal for the New Jersey Hockey Devils. Sam Wu.
Goal.
Touchdown for the New Jersey Hockey Devils.
The autumn wind in Vegas. It's spring hockey, Scotty. We're live at T-Mobile Arena. Devils, Knights, for the first time since March of 2020, facing off as the Vegas Golden Knights is struggling to get into the playoffs. In their way from New Jersey, a team that is playing for pride. Devils, 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. In the I formation, power formation. Big ball under center. Bastion calling the play. Ball snaps the puck to Bastion. He gives it to Andre Johnson. He tries to punch it in. No, he's stuffed. No, second effort, third effort. Touchdown Devils! Touchdown Devils! Touchdown Devils! T-Mobile Arena is silent. Can you hear me now? Are you ready, New Jersey?
Woo! Oh,
Hopefully
man.
that woke up the neighbors, huh?
I think, they should be standing up and applauding that touchdown call right there from Sam Wu about the great Andreas, don't call me Andre Johnson, Janssen putting home his 13th goal of the season from Nathan Bastion and big Kevin Ball. And like Sam was saying right there, Janssen, he's a little feisty guy. He's always shown that little bit of, mucking it up a little bit and getting in there, and getting into the scrubs. He fits it pretty nice with Bastion and McLeod there. And it really was on that rebound, like Sam said, the effort of Janssen that got that goal home. And, man, did that feel good getting that one past Leonard.
Yeah, I mean, look, Beef, Ball, Bastion, and Janssen kind of fits that. He's a little guy comparatively, but he has that that mindset of just being just very scrappy. Yeah, and maybe that's the reason why he fits so well in that fourth line. That's something to note in the future.
I like it, Sam Wu. I like it. And then after this is what I really feel like was the biggest play of the game. There was a massive goal scramble, by the Devils with the Hamburglar flailing around, trying to do his best. Dominic Hasek there, trying to keep the puck out of the net. Kevin Ball is Damon Severson rather is flying this way. Kevin Ball is going that way. It turns out, from what I saw on the replay, there was a couple of shot attempts, but I believe there were 3 actual saves. The initial save, and then the puck kind of squirted a little bit to the left there, away from the Hamburglar's reach. He couldn't freeze it, and the scramble ensued. And the person who poked that away, from what I could see, was Yanni Kuokkanen flying across, trying to just have his stick flat on the ice and just, protecting that goal line. And he was able to originally push the puck out, and I believe it went to Mark Stone. I could be wrong. And then you'll see it come flying back, and the Hamburglar just does this big glove hand, bear swat, like that, and just knocks the puck straight back out. And then I think Ball blocked the last shot attempt before, clearing it out there. but what a sequence.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. Like a college football game. One of the defenses is going to make a big goal line stand or something like that, or a fumble or a bit interception, something like that. That's what it felt like. That was a big turning point in this game, was the Golden Knights not being able to put that puck home, because they really should have, because Hammond was sprawling on the ice. He wasn't on his knees. He wasn't in a butterfly or anything like that. He was like on his back, sprawling like Dominic Hasek, except he's not Dominic Hasek. Okay, so like,
yeah,
it was a bad position for us to be in. Everyone was crashing the net, trying to keep that puck out, and they did. They did. But those were the two really big saves, was the Kuokkanen poke check, and then the big glove bear swat. Get that out of here from Hammond to keep the game at 2-1. And then the Knights got a little lazy. And the Devils made them pay. Nico Hischier picked them off, put a nice little shot on net, didn't go in. However, just after that, Jesper Boqvist, who we've been seeing play a lot better in recent games, down there on that third line with Yanni Kuokkanen and Pavel Zacha recently. Well, he's skating right through the neutral zone, and the Knights, for some reason, just do not see him at all. And he picks the puck, and holy hell, did he put the move of moves on Pietrangelo there. And, I mean, he just went, I don't even know, did he put it through his legs? He went to his backhand right around Pietrangelo, and like in that transition back to his forehand to shoot, Leonard never saw the puck. Never saw the puck. I didn't see it. I don't think half the audience in the arena actually saw that puck go in the net. Like,
I did see it, but Kanji and Dano didn't really see it right away. And I saw the puck in the net, and then I'm like, wait, did he score? Because I didn't hear Kanji and Dano for a split second there.
It fooled out everybody, obviously, except Sam Wu. I mean, nothing gets by this hockey podcast producer, and that's why he's the best. But yeah, no, it's a trained eye. That's a no, I thought the puck was in the corner. I thought they were still playing it. Leonard, obviously, he didn't even flinch. Like, that puck went right in between his legs, and it was an insane sharp angle shot. But I don't know how Boqvist really like kept his balance when he was doing that move, because it looked like he was almost going too fast to do the move that to get the boom, boom, boom in the back.
Yep.
Like,
by the way,
pulled it off though.
If you look at
everybody,
if you look at that replay, we got to give props here, because we were talking about production value in our group text. Mm-hmm. You got to give props to the MSG, I'm assuming it's MSG, camera guy on that Boqvist goal. Mm-hmm, he did not flinch, and he was in perfect position to get the entire goal. Sometimes it's very difficult for the camera guy to follow the puck, but whoever was behind the camera is a trained camera guy that knows the game.
You're true.
Knows the game, because did not flinch, and we got the whole picture. While a lot of people were fooled, but you know, and just watching that camera, it was like that deserves an Emmy.
That's a really good point there on that replay. You see it, like the puck goes right between his legs. It's a perfect shot. The camera
guy didn't flinch.
Yep, Leonard had no clue that Jesper Boqvist even took that shot. No clue. Yep. And it turned out to be such a valuable goal, because obviously the Knights are going to throw everything they got, and the Hamburglar stood tall. Eventually, though, with about a minute or so, when did Stevenson get his goal? 18:46. So about $1:15 left in the game. They pull Leonard. I think they pulled Leonard about 2 minutes or so to go. They pull Leonard. Scramble. They eventually get one pounded home, but they can't put together the tying goal. The Devils fight him off. They make a nice defensive stand there at the end, clearing the puck. blocking some shots. Nico, Damon Severson. Ty Smith actually had 5 hits on the game. Good for Ty for getting in there. But Kevin Ball, woo, baby. It's a big difference having Big Ball back there. Like I said, the Knights were trying to check him, and they were just bouncing off of him like little flies. Like, get out of my way, puny man. What are you doing? What are you doing? I flick you away like a little butterfly. Sam Wu, you're not like my Arnold impersonation. No.
That was Arnold?
It's Arnold and a bunch of other things, you know? All in one. All in one. I flick him away.
Get to the stats. It's getting late.
That's it. Sam was like, it's after midnight. It's after 1, Scott, all right? You know, Mrs. Wu's going to walk in and be like, enough with the impersonation, Scotty. Let's wrap this up, okay? Oh, baby. Shots on goal for the Devils. 12, 6, 10 for a total of 28. The Golden Knights, like we said, the Hamburglar. Good for you, buddy. 10, 16, 18 in the third. Woo! Were they pouring it out? Like we said, college football game style. This was just offense back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Total of 44 shots. Hamburglar, 42 saves. Faceoffs were just about dead even here, 51% to 49. Power plays, both teams were 0 for 1. Hits, like we said, Devils 41 to the Golden Knights 26. Like seeing that. 24 blocked shots. Man, wow. You know what? I didn't even look at that. I want to look here real quick. Let's go box score. Do we have a block statistic here? Block shot. Yanni Kuokkanen, 4. Nico Hischier, 2. Mikey McLeod, 2. Dougie Hamilton, 2. Severson, 3. Ty Smith, 2. PK Subban, 4. Kevin Ball, what? Ball only had 1? Seemed like he had more than that. Well, whatever. 5 hits, I'll take that. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Big Devils victory here, 3-2. Only 9 giveaways. Still want to get that down. As long as it's not near double digits, it's not terrible, but still obviously something to work on. So good win for the Devils. Ayo, we won a road series. Who would have thought it? You know, 3-1-1, and ending that little part there on
2 solid points.
So, 2 solid points from a team that's in it. That's in it to win it right now because right now they're on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
So they're not just they're not hot dogging it over there, the old Vegas Golden Knights. They need all these points that they can get. They are technically on the outskirts. They're two points behind Dallas and the Kings are in third. It's not the Kings. Someone else. Oh, why can't I think of it? Oh man. Now it's driving me crazy, Sam Wu. It's just driving me crazy. I'm going to have to look at these standings over here. Nashville, of course. Duh. So, yeah. Golden Knights now. And, oof. Dallas has got 2 games in hand. Nashville's got 1 game in hand.
Not good.
They're both up. Yeah. Woo! Vegas is down 4 points there. Damn. They needed this win.
That's a dagger.
Oh, they were thinking, easy 2 points. Easy 2 points in the Devils. I don't think so. Even without Jack Hughes, we're standing tall over here. So great game by the boys. Love to hear what you think on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live. Sam, what'd you think of this game over here? Great offensive effort. Ball with some big monster hits. I know you're always looking for the beef. How'd you feel about the beef today? I think they did a good job.
Well, I like the beef today. Here's some analysis. I'm going to ask you a question in the end of my observations. This game, great win. I don't want to take anything away from it, but it gave me a heart attack a couple times.
Yeah. It's not how you draw it up defensively, we'll say,
Yeah.
but it was a lot of fun to watch.
It
I'll
was.
say that.
It was. I'm not gonna pick and choose what went wrong, but I'm gonna ask the question. Great game, but is this type of style hockey and how they won sustainable?
No.
Moving forward. So I'm going to focus on the positive things because I don't want to focus on anything negative here. But let's focus on the positive. What's sustainable on how they won? We talked about the NFZ for the last 2 years since I introduced that concept. We also have spoke highly of what Tom Fitzgerald has done with the defense with getting that beef. That goal mouth scramble. Yeah, and that goal mouth scramble that you described before when we were doing the recap about Hammond with his glove up and ball, and that is NFZ defense. That's sustainable because let me tell you something. Didn't we say it? These guys are so big that push comes to shove. In desperation, you can't teach size, and size matters in those kind of situations because the one thing the Devils did well, and I talked about this in the group text about that support system, as the last ditch effort, they put their bodies on the line as a team, and Vegas, although lucky, but I think the Devils worked hard enough where they created their own luck and got out of that situation. Because you can't expect a team to be 100%. That is sustainable. So that I don't mind. Hammond played out of his mind. I think it took a few games for him to get his mindset and the rust off, coming off that injury, coming to a new team, coming from Canada to New Jersey, that kind of thing. He's now started to impress me just because his growth level.
What's the matter? You got a problem with New Jersey or something? Was there a problem with coming to New Jersey? Is there something wrong with that? Is that an issue over there? Huh? Oh, hey, is that what you're saying, Sam? Whoa.
No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is,
okay.
In the beginning,
I thought that's what you were saying. I just wanted to make sure I was hearing correctly over there. Okay.
Yeah. And that's the goalie that the Devils deserve. He stood on his head. But again, I question if it's sustainable. Here's something that's sustainable. Have you noticed, and I've been screaming about this all season long, but I started to see it, especially with the captain, Nico Hischier. The puck in the neutral zone. What does he do with it? He takes the simple play of dumping it and chasing. That is good hockey right there. Why? Because you dump it, you take the high percentage play where you're not going to get screwed in the the turnover, and you utilize your talent, your speed. Dump, not change. Dump and chase. And he did that probably about half a dozen times. I think a lot of the players are starting to do it right now because I couldn't understand why they were just, no-look drop passes to nobody or passing it right up the middle in the neutral zone where there's
Simplify. Simplify.
And you're utilizing the speed. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
When you dump and chase.
That goes back to our season. Remember we were talking about in our season preview. The Devils need to use their speed to their advantage. They're going to be one of the fastest teams in the league. My microphone just almost fell.
They're great north-south team.
They're starting to. You're starting to see them really figure it out, and you see Nico Hischier, like we talked about. You see him; he's starting to really come into his own, and he's still just a young kid. We're really gonna be lucky hockey fans in like 2 years from now. Woo! And it's good, and all the suffering Everyone that's up there right now. I know there's not a lot of you that are live right now. You may be downloading, and we thank you for that, by the way. Thank you for all the likes, the comments, the downloads, everything else. We really, truly do appreciate it. But I know there are some that are out there every night here with us after every game. So I thank you for all of that and following us and making it through and watching the progression of this team. You guys deserve a round of applause as well.
You know what? And the Seattle loss, all 5 games, they were in it. Colorado was tough, but it's not like really Colorado.
That's how we're going to look in a few years, hopefully.
Money. Yeah. So
that's the goal right there.
This is something to build on. And just remember, it's without Jack Hughes. It's without Siegenthaler. It's without a lot of players, actually. And, right now, the Hamburglar, okay, he wants to make his mark. Kevin Ball is improving every game. Dougie Hamilton had that jaw injury. Didn't seem like he was the same since, but he's starting to get there. But here's the number one thing that's sustainable. What I liked this entire road trip, but was on display tonight as well. The collective team defense support, where one guy would get out of position on the Devils defensively, but there were 3 other guys to support him when there was a turnover, and everybody got back. It looked like a team defense for the first time in a very long time what the Devils were playing. And they were not boring, trapping or whatever. It was very impressive.
This was exciting as hell. I love this game. It was back and forth. And by the way, I want to say hello to, Ramona and Joey and Campbell over here. No, I don't think they're going to be tanking. I think this team has too much talent on it now, and too much talent that's been developed to tank.
I think everybody wants to make it next year. I mean, Boquist.
Yeah, they don't want to lose. They don't want to lose. Yeah. This team wants to win. You could start. You're seeing that drive and that those goals starting to form in their head, and realizing that we're almost there. We're almost there. We're getting there. Where there's nights where they're right on the competition. There's other nights where they're not there just yet. And we know that, but they're close. But I also want to shout out Ramona and Joey, both really loving what the fourth line was doing tonight. Bastian, McLeod, and Janssen had a great game. Like Sam and I were talking about, that feistiness, that scrappiness that Janssen has always brought to his game. He's not the biggest player, but, man, he'll get into those scrums. We don't really want to see him throwing down the gloves or anything like that, but, going in there, doing the old face washers and stuff like that. Janssen seems to have no problem. He'll throw his body into checks.
He'll take off his helmet. He'll take off his helmet before a fight.
Oh, that's right, Freddie. Today, he's like, oh. But, yeah. Now, I liked him down there, and, you never know. It might be something that works out for him. Also, Janssen is someone who has that offensive talent when you're playing against another team's fourth line. That might be, somewhere where he can take advantage. Down there, score some more goals. You never know. Miles Wood comes back. Maybe you have Miles Wood on the third line instead of that fourth line. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But really good game by the boys tonight. And I got to say, it was the Hamburglar, I believe, was the first star. I'm pretty sure he was. I got to double check that. If he wasn't, he definitely deserved it. But I'm pretty sure, yes, he was with 42 saves. Nathan Bastian had the second. And then Theodore got the old third star there for the Knights. But excellent game for the Devils, wrapping up that road trip, 3-1-1, and they come back to face the Buffalo Sabres on Thursday, Sam Wu, back at a normal time for the East Coast.
I know.
It says 4 p.m. on my app over here, which means it's the old 7 p.m. Eastern start time. You can expect some fun things down there at the old Taj Lounge. If you're going to the game with Game Day Live with Vinny and Sam hanging out, getting ready for the old Sabres to come to town there, it'd be nice. Maybe pick up another win.
Yeah.
Get a little streak going before the Carolina Hurricanes roll in. And we got one more week of the season. Well, 2 weeks, basically. But after that, Buffalo, Carolina, Detroit, Ottawa, Carolina again, and then Detroit again. Wow. Can't believe we're coming near to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left, Sam Wu. Will Nico Hischier get his 60 points? He only needs 2 in these last 6 games.
Yeah.
Think he'll get it? I think he will.
I think he'll get it.
I think he'll get it. I think he will, Sam Wu.
I mean,
and you know what? Hopefully,
has 9 goals. You know that
Boquist has 9 goals. Yeah,
and he hasn't been up here, for most of the season. I mean, he's been maybe third of the games.
Yeah, they're coming along. They're starting to develop. All the hype that we've been talking about for all these years and all that frustration. Man, when this team is really good, it's going to make it super, super sweet. Like I said, for everyone that's been hanging out here all season long, suffering through some of these games, but seeing the bright sides, man. 2 years from now, when we're looking like the Colorado Avalanche, woo, baby, is it going to be feeling good doing some Devils After Dark with you. But I think we about wrap it up here, Sam Wu, and we'll get ourselves prepared for the game on Thursday. Like we said, Buffalo Sabres, 7 p.m. Eastern start time, Game Day Live with Vinny Parisi and Sam Wu, and then I'll be along afterwards for Devils After Dark. Thank you, everybody on Twitter, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. Sam Wu, turn it over to you.
Also, State of the Fan address this Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We have special guest from NBC Sports, James O'Brien, on the program. So keep it here, keep it real. It's a Happy Devils Tuesday. Enjoy the day, enjoy the night, wherever you are. Until next time, let's go Devils.